And now we're going to get right to, watch this. This is awesome. So here's a guy they bring on. Now this guy, by the way, not the best guy in the world before. We've made fun of this guy before. But for some reason, this guy who now works as the editor of Time Magazine, this guy, right? For some reason, he felt compelled to tell the truth on MSNBC. And it was kind of awesome. And so he'll never get his own show, or probably be asked back, right? And by the way, even when I went on Tucker Carlson, and I said that shit on Tucker Carlson, you know they buried that video. Even Fox News, even though Tucker brought me on, because I think he knew it would fuck with his boss. Anyway, so I came on and I did that shit and I said it's one party rule. And they buried that video. Did you know that? Yeah. So, okay, I don't know. I feel proud of that. I feel pretty good about it. Yeah, the people who run Fox News didn't want my message to get out. Too late. But he fucking did it. So here, watch what this guy, this is over the top awesome. Watch this.
Last night was a historic win that I think a lot of us are still struggling to understand. It's not historic only because Bernie Sanders is now decisively proving that he can win in milk white America and in the emerging superpower of color that we are becoming. Something is happening in America right now that actually does not fit our mental models. It certainly doesn't fit the mental models of a lot of people on TV. It doesn't fit the mental models of a lot of people in the parties. It doesn't fit our cultural mental models. You have someone talking about, in a way we have not heard, genuine, deeper democracy, popular movements, human equality in a meaningful way, and a politics of love in the tradition of Dr. King, and winning elections in America, the United States of America. I just have to say, I've been encouraged watching you on air talk about your own rethinking of things, which I think we all have to do to be in this work. I think this is a wake-up moment for the American power establishment.
This is unbelievable. Joanne Reed is sitting there going, oh, fuck, he's right. No, what Joanne Reed is doing is going, I'm going to be able to get some of his money. Because MSNBC is not going to pay this guy anymore.
Bloomberg, to those of us in the media, to the Democratic Party, to donors, to CEOs, many in this establishment are behaving, in my view, as they face the prospect of a Bernie Sanders nomination, like out-of-touch aristocrats in a dying aristocracy.
Oh my God, somebody cancel his contract.
How do we stop this? How do we block this? And there is no curiosity. Why is this happening? What is going on in the lives of my fellow citizens in this country that they may be voting for something that I find it so hard to understand? What is happening? What is happening? This is a moment for curiosity.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what's happening. Those are great questions. Here's what's happening. 40% of Americans struggle to afford the basic necessities of life. 30% have debt that are greater than their savings. 78% of full-time workers live paycheck to paycheck. 500,000 medical bankruptcies annually. Hospital costs are surging. Wages aren't keeping up with premiums. And 87 million people are uninsured. That's what's fucking happening! That's what's happening in the richest country in the world! That's what's happening! You can add to that list. You can say there's over 2,000 cities in America that have water as contaminated, if not worse than Flint, Michigan. That's right. You can add to it. You can keep that. You can add to 22 vets a day commit suicide from PTSD for being in these bullshit wars for the last 18 goddamn years. Shall I continue? Over 300,000 gallons of oil spilled because of the Keystone Pipeline in the fucking Dakotas. Fracking is contaminating. There's cancer clusters. What more do you want to hear? We could add to this list for fucking ever, man.
You're right, man. None of that is happening in the MSNBC studios.
I couldn't hear. What did you say?
I just said none of that's happening in the MSNBC studios, so it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. So then this guy, and by the way, the fact that he's out with Joanne Reed means that one of her producers got fired because there's no way. So watch this. Then he really rips it. Ready? Watch this. Watch this.
Think about this network, which I love, which you love.
This network, which I love and you love. Why do you love this network? I want to ask that guy. What the fuck is it you love about? Oh.
Yeah. This network, which got me in a gated community. I fucking love it. I mean, it's fantastic.
It's allowed me to buy the most kick-ass gray hair dye.
Do you have his number, Jimmy? Can I get his number from you?
If my hair gray looked like that, I would dye it like that. Because that looks ass-kicking. Right? That's fucking ass-kicking, gray hair. I don't know if you know about me, I'm very into my hair, and if my hair looks good, as Todd Glass would say, I feel like I could take on the day. If my hair looks good, I'm like, fuck, I could do that. But now I'm losing it, and I don't feel like that, but I would do that. I would do that kind of gray hair, right? Does that look like a dyed gray hair? Because I'll dye it like that if I have to.
I don't know what it is, but he looks like a Disney superhero. And I just... Let it go, let it go. I don't know what he's doing, but
He looks like he shows up to a problem but applies logic to it.
Yes.
Right? What's your superpower? Logic. People are sick and they need health care in the richest country in the world. Hey, let's provide it for them. You have a superpower.
How did you do that?
All right, so here's what he actually
Can I
says.
say this really quickly, Jimmy?
Yes.
I enjoy what Joyanne Reed is wearing. It looks like a cashmere straitjacket.
Jimmy, his superpower is actually going to be disappearing from MSNBC forever.
What she is wearing costs more than every homeless person on the Las Vegas Strip right now. I'll tell you.
Look at Graham making a point about the under fucking shirt. Okay, here we go. Watch this.
I think we have to look within also. Why is a lobbyist for Uber and Mark Zuckerberg on the air many nights explaining a political revolution to us?
Why? That's awesome. Why is there a lobbyist for Uber on MSNBC explaining a political revolution to us? That doesn't make any fucking sense. And Joey Reed is like, I'm with you, not with you.
Revolution to us. Why is Chris Matthews on this air talking about the victory of Bernie Sanders, who had kin murdered in the Holocaust, and analogizing it to the Nazi conquest of France? The people who are stuck in an old way of thinking, in 20th century frameworks, in gulag thinking, are missing what is going on. There's time for all of us to step up, rethink, and understand the dawn of what may be, frankly, a new era in American life.
You know, nothing makes me feel more comfortable than a guy speak on behalf of the people with French cuffs.
Oh, fuck, I missed that. I missed that shit. But he happens to be right. Even a guy with French cuffs. That's how bad it is. Even a guy with French cuffs and hair dye that I can't afford knows more about the workers' movement than some fucking motherfucker on MSNBC. Go ahead.
Did you notice when he brings up Chris Matthews, she tries to interrupt him. She's like, yeah. and she tries to interrupt him, and then he starts talking about the Holocaust, and she's like, shit, I can't interrupt him. It's like when they try to, at the Oscars, when someone wins an Oscar for making a documentary about the Holocaust, and they try to play music to get them off. And it's like, oh, I can't play the music, can't play the Holocaust about it, I gotta let him talk.
Our next live Jimmy Dore show, March 1st in Miami. Then we go to Minneapolis, Chicago, and everywhere in between. For all our tickets, for all our live shows, go to jimmydorecomedy.com. Plus, become a member. Become a premium member. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com/join. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Thanks for your support.